This lovely CDC report came back yesterday, which analyzes all the cases from February 12th to March 16th. And specifically, they excluded patients who were coming back from China or regions where the disease was already present. And then you'll also see they excluded people from cruise ships. But they ended up having about 4,000 cases, and of those 4,000, only 2,500 had known ages, so ended up analyzing that. And when you analyze that, that's when stuff really hits the fan. People think that this is a disease of old people, and while they may be true for mortality, the case fatality rate, older people do have a more serious disease. That's not necessarily true in terms of hospitalization. So if you now look at this graph, this is where stuff really hits the fan. According to this graph, there's about 40 deaths based on that sample size that we talked about. And of those 40 deaths, 15 are 85 plus. Okay, 20 are between 65 and 84, and 9 out of 40, almost 25% of deaths are literally between 20 to 64. So now let's look at hospitalizations. If you add up all the hospitalizations in this graph, 20% of those hospitalizations are for people who are aged 20 to 44. And if you add up all the ICU admissions in this graph, about 12% of those ICU admissions are aged 20 to 44. And so, this is not a disease of old people, because literally people who are, 20 to 44 are getting hospitalized to be 1/5 of the entire hospitalization category, and even 12% of ICU. So just remember that anyone can get affected. And I know there's a lot of asymptomatic carriers, as there will be, but people who are young can still be affected. I think the only ones who are really safe are those who are younger than 19 at this point.